Well, I hope you're ready for t-shirts and flip-flops because it's going to be summer-like as we go through the next week. Temperatures even over the weekend. What we have right now, of course, is that strong south wind that pumped up the Gulf moisture at the surface. What you see here is sort of a cloud deck that's sort of passing overhead, but that is coming at us from another direction. And what you see right here in this yellow line is what we call the dry line. What happens? Well, it's so hot out to the west of us that the air is rising right along this dry line, and so we've got a southeast wind in front of it and a southwest wind behind it. So it makes two different air masses. This one's humid and this one's very dry. And when you've got really dry weather, well, you get Laredo weather. And Laredo probably looking at 100 degrees tomorrow. So it is it's really a springtime weather phenomenon, but it's set up now as we're going. The clock in the weather is already moved into March. Of course, we haven't got there yet, but we're working on it. High pressure over the southwestern United States has deflected all of the storminess and all of the winter storms up and over our area. So that's not coming in our direction. We do have a tiny little bit frontal system that'll be moving through by Friday. We continue with wind advisories. This is for tomorrow, and you can see right about there through Wednesday and on into Thursday for the upper Texas coast, including most of our coastal areas. It's sort of settled down inland, as you can see right about there, but in the western areas, Del Rio to the Hill Country, they're under a red flag warning. What is the difference? Well, the difference is here we've got wind and some humidity. Over here we've got wind and no humidity, and so that's a high fire danger. Same problem down in the Rio Grande Valley as you see right about there. So the south winds will definitely be blowing, and as you can see here, we go into your Thursday. 25-mile-an-hour winds will continue buffeting the coast. A little bit lighter out here where they're coming at it from behind the dry line. And you can see how that's going to be a major factor in our weather. So we here in the eastern side are looking at a moderate fire danger according to the Forest Service, and that goes all the way to Houston. And a high fire danger continues for the Hill Country and all the western areas. In fact, Del Rio is really under the gun. I'm going to give you a little bit of an analysis on what happened to the rain for the winter, okay? Not really good news. We only got 93 hundredths, so almost an inch for the entire month of December, whereas we were supposed to get 2.3. So that gives us a whole whopping 1.4 below what we were supposed to get. January didn't get much better, even though we did have that little ice. We only got up to 78 hundredths, less than an inch, and we're supposed to get 2.6. That's the 30-year average for January, so that's almost 2 below. And then February, we only got 79 hundredths as opposed to the 2 inches we're supposed to get. So that right there, that's a good 5 inches below rainfall normal for the season of winter. So we didn't get it for the winter. Are we going to get it for the spring? That's the big question mark. Right now, it doesn't matter. We got to get into the spring planting season, and that's where we're at on our water. So let's take a look at your day planner for tomorrow in the Port Lavaca area. For Calhoun County, you're getting up to about 80 degrees with that gusty south wind blowing all day. Cuero, you're getting up to almost 90 tomorrow with that gusty south wind blowing in the afternoon hours. Weak front comes in on Friday, a north wind for about a day. And then for the weekend, we continue with temperatures well into the mid-80s. Next week, you see that 10%, that's morning fog and maybe morning drizzle. So I wouldn't call it a significant chance for rain.